Russell Smith, the English referee, had more than a busy first half. And very tough to send people off, I understand, in test matches, grand finals. But he didn't utilise the sin bin either. Not that it's there, I suppose, for foul play. But he needed to put a hose on it. He needed to extinguish it earlier than he did, and we almost saw, well, not almost, we did see a very serious injury occur to young Stephen Price. And when we go to Steve Roach, we'll find out the condition of Steve Price. Everybody quite concerned about him, as Johns clears the first set for Australia in the second half, and Barnett comes back, met by the two small men, Langer and Walters. They combine to almost score a try, and then they combine to put Lockyer in. First minute then of the second half. Steve Roach is back from the sheds. We'll go to Steve now. Yes, big fella.
Yeah, firstly, Steve Price is okay. He's back on the bench now, and he will be used in the second half. Australia coach Wayne Bennett was very happy. He said, don't get caught up in the niggle, play footy. They will self-destruct if they keep giving away silly penalties. He said, be patient, New Zealand will tire as the game goes on. He said, stay alive and attack. He said, the defence is outstanding. He said, don't give them a sniff in that second half. For New Zealand, Frank Endicott, he was quite happy, but he thinks that his side needs to get onto the scoreboard. He said, don't give the Aussies any space, keep coming up, and they will try second phase play all game in the second half. He said, don't let emotions overrun us. He said, we must complete our sets in the second half. In saying that, he said, let's not give the Aussies any rhythm. Don't let them get in any rhythm and try to slow them down in that second half.
Thank you, Steve. Australia bringing it back towards halfway with Darren Britt. After we saw Renouf and Walters to the fore on the left of the ground. Now Kearns. He elevated to Origin football this year, Kearns, Robbie. Now represents the Kangaroos for the first time. Right arm heavily taped. Lockyer. He was, we thought, seriously hurt, but he came back and scored that second try. In fact, a couple of the players that we thought were quite serious have bounced back and have played a leading role in all of this. Logan Swan now.
This is a very important 40 minutes for New Zealand. I have doubts that they can win this test match. It has been pointed out it is a year of comebacks. But we've got another game in a week's time, and New Zealand have got to have something to go into that game with. They've got to get a good 40 minutes on the board here to give them some confidence in the decider if they are unable to snatch this one.
Kearney away, Jones, dummy to McCracken, gave it wider for Ridge, who puts a grubbing kick down to the 20-metre line, and misunderstanding there between Brasher and Lockyer.
Some better attack there from the Kiwis. Actually put some passes together. It's been towed through there by Wiki into touch.
Through Jason Smith. Lockyer away. Walters out wide. Coming off the left foot to the 20. Lockyer again, finding Andrew Johns with a bit more latitude, intercepted. That's Sean Hoppy who's away. The green and gold chasers, they haven't the pace at the moment. Still going. Magnificent effort by Sean Hoppy. I thought Darren Lockyer had him, but he's left them grasping at mid-air.
They went the short side, throws it up, plucked by Hoppy. Look at the chase from the number 8, Shane Webke. It's a beauty. Lockyer picks up plenty of ground on Hoppy. Jason Smith is there. There are 4 players there, including Darren Smith. And somehow he stepped back on the inside.
There's the kick. It's successful. Ridge has converted. 14-6, a great try for Hoppy. A tremendous chase by Webke. Lockyer into the hands of Walters, coming back from the left of the ground. And Kalis is on for New Zealand again. Tony Pulatua, the young Penrith player, hasn't been used.
I think he's out there now, Ray.
Darren Brett. Kearns beyond his own 40-metre line. Langer. Lockyer into the back line again. He's opened them up again. Lockyer being pursued. Got a pass away. Brasher couldn't take it. Oh, great run by Darren Lockyer. Opened them up like a surgeon.
I say quick Darren Lockyer, but a problem for Matthew Ridge, who has hurt his left shoulder in attempting a tackle. Sliced through, flies Matthew Ridge and lands awkwardly, and unfortunately for Australia, that pass to Brasher went astray.
Johns, Walters got a ball away, and now Brasher's down the left sideline, and beats Namu. Then it comes away for Aiken, and Aiken is put down by Swan. Thought Brasher would go all the way. They still made the Australians. Johns going back across the park. Aiken inside the 20-metre line. Brasher looking for advice. John says, let's go to the air. He goes across. Sailor will get the jump. It came off his chest and came down to Iro. And referee Russell Smith is going to pack a scrum.
Well, he's got Richie Barnett as the man who's knocked on here, so it will be an Australian feed. I can't see the knock on there.
Well, it would seem it's gone straight through his hands and come off Wendell Sailor. Russell Smith, some strange decisions tonight. I don't think the Kiwis can hang on here. Australia are really playing well when they've got the football. They're starting to carve them up. Lockyer, Brasher, Kevy Walters, all going very well.
There's a try in this set of 6.
Walters, Lockyer, and his pass on the bounce. Brasher then confronted by 3 Kiwis. Pulled down about 8 metres away from the line. From Walters, finding Steve Price. 14-6. Johns, Walters losing his footing and taking the tackle. They're 12 away. Johns, Langer. Cut-out ball. Out wide. The big number 15 is across and over the line. Bradthorne has scored. Australia's 3rd try. It's 18-6 now.
He's been a real performer for Australia since coming off the bench in this game. And on this occasion, just too strong, too big. Got the left arm out, pushed through Kearney, rushed through the tackle of Jones.
Lockyer 10 metres in from touch, 20 metres up. Been kicking well all night, and this is coming around, and he gets another one. Make it 2. Australia 20, New Zealand 6. 29 out from the Kiwi line. Pongia. Iru. Across for Kearney. Putting a fend on Andrew Johns. And Menzies comes in to lend his assistance. Bungana. And they're having trouble with him. So much so that Barnett has made ground down the left of the ground. 33 metres from the Australian line. Australia, oh, Bungana! Hit with a beauty! Kearns and Price. Namu. Jones, tremendous stuff by Stacey Jones. And Walters is there to save it.
He's got a penalty here for Stacey Jones being pulled back. No advantage to the New Zealanders, apart from the penalty awarded. And they're just starting to find a few holes and a couple of missed tackles creeping into the green and gold defence.
So the Kiwis, an opportunity. Kearney, good man to follow, but nobody did. Sidiru, a metre from the line. Now Iro, through for Jones, across for the runaround. Tony Iro, a dummy. Namu, back down for Swan. Swan back and away for Pongia. Plenty of passing, no go forward. And it'll be played by Quentin Pongia. Now the Iro brothers. Kevin, the pass came off the knee of Tony, and it's with Darren Smith for Australia.
Well, as Renouf starts to come back to the sideline to get into the game, Kevin Iro gave Tony Iro absolutely no chance of catching that football. That was a big hit there. Price and Kearns involved.
Smith. Walters, Langer, Lockyer chiming in, then away, Renouf back with us, and almost to the halfway line. 28 completions for Australia out of 37, and only half of their 29 have been completed by New Zealand. Kearns and Jason Smith, an offload, Lockyer weaving back and through and straightening, an offload for Jason Smith. He turned away from Stephen Price and gave it on the right.
Get off him, Stephen.
But it's the penalty to Australia, and Jason Smith getting it away. Walters will go in. Walters is over. This one is legitimate for Kevin Walters. Jason Smith, well, he played every part available.
Kevin Walters has set up plenty of tries for Australia over the years. Who'll ever forget the one in the World Cup of '92 when he gave the ball to Steve Renouf. That's the first one he's ever scored for Australia, though. Good on you, Kev.
And Lockyer with a perfect record. Heavily concussed earlier, has come back, scored a try, 3 from 3. Makes me ask the question, was he heavily concussed? Langer drifting, Thorne, 15 out, that's the shot. Langer, now, Darren Britt gave Allen the ball, and he was going to go in and score, the Australian skipper. Rehearsed play, and it all but came off. Britt couldn't have done his job any better. The eye of Webke, patched up early.
So he wins the Bravery Award, and not far behind him is Robbie Kearns. It's an eggathon. They've got the 2 huge eggs on their cheeks, and that would be stinging every time he does anything there, Shane Webke. So pretty tough.
Wiki reminds me that the Broncos have set a record, an all-time record for representation in an Australian side. They eclipsed that of Canberra, set back in 1994 on the Kangaroo Tour.
And they've scored all the points tonight for Australia as well.
Ironically, we've been singing the praises of Allan Langer tonight. He hasn't had the Kangaroo jumper on since 1994. You might remember he played, I think it was in the Wembley Test. And then he was dismantled by Stewart, Ricky Stewart, when Australia went on to win the series at Ellen Road. 40-metre line for the Kiwis, Robbie Paul, Stacey Jones, double pumping it, and then bouncing up for Saylor to the 40.
Just let me correct myself there. All the points bar a lone goal from Andrew Johns, but it's been a great effort from the green and golds, because New Zealand tested them early. They produced some football we haven't seen for a long time, that some of these, well, younger players, there's a mistake there from Thorne, haven't seen ever. Head-eye tackles and whatever. Hoppy's down the right-hand side. They've got him covered. And they came back from that so well. And it's been a great performance from them.
Handling errors, 21 in all. Pulatua, McCracken with him on the right. Can he pop a pass on the inside? Takes the tackle of Kearns. And Eru for Jones. Jones dodging his own players before Paul. Inside for Wiki. Wiki with a strong run will score. Ruben Wiki gets the second try for New Zealand. 26-10, no doubt about it.
Stacey Jones getting involved in the middle of the ruck. He finds Ruben Wiki. I think he beats both Webke and Thorne. Spins through the tackle. In fact, Thorne was the worst miss.
So Namu, the kicker now, with no Matthew Ridge. And from 12 metres out, he makes no mistake. 26-12. The second try is on the board for the Kiwis with 11 minutes to go. Just inside the 30-metre line. Stephen Price, 15 out from the New Zealand line. Playing it back, hesitatingly. Langer, runners everywhere. Renouf comes into the action. Pulled down 10 away. 26-12, 8 minutes to go. Jason Smith, Kevin Walters, Steve Renouf. Renouf put down, 5 away. Kevin Walters. Gets the call from Langer. Langer back for Robbie Kearns. Oh! This has been raked out by New Zealand one-on-one. And I thought for a moment Australia might still score.
Well, Gene Namu came up with a try saver there. He ripped the ball out of the arms of Robbie Kearns. And I gather that the New Zealand man who dived on it was offside. They come wide now. Jason Smith on to Darren Smith. He juggles it. Taken by Kevin Iro.
10 metres out and 10 metres in. Jason Smith for Stephen Price. A show of confidence from Jason. John. Langer wide. Menacingly. The ball for Tallis. Tallis slams it down. That's his second for the night. And twice he's operated off Alan Langer.
A very ineffective defence from New Zealand out wide on that occasion. This was the try-saving rake from Gene Namu. It was dived on by a New Zealand player in an offside position. Another set of 6 for the Australians. And they did get numbers out wide. Alan Langer just drifting across onto Gordon Tallis. Ruben Wiki, poor miss from him. Stacey Jones just not the strength to stop the big second row from getting the ball down for his second.
You got a feel for Robbie Kearns. He was going to score his first try in his test debut. Instead, it's gone out wide. Another one to Gordon Tallis, who has had a really good game tonight.
Lockyer from the Ron McAuliffe stand side of the ground. One of the great fathers of rugby league. And there's the kick from Lockyer, just offline. Here's the Kiwis then, hoping to serve notice to Australia late in the game that the series is not over. Tonight might be, but not the series. And they'll be hard to beat at North Harbour. There'll be a big crowd there booting them on. Eru, Tony Iro, and that kick has been batted back down for Tony Iro, the kicker. Langer cleans him up. Barnett's with the ball, and the referee has ordered a turnover. So the bat down obviously was off the hands of the Kiwis, and then he's ruled the tackle complete from Langer on Iro. Lockyer, Walters, Renouf. Minute and a half to go. Look at the time in the opposition half of dramatic proportions in favour of Australia. It's a wonder it's not more than 30 to 12. Thorne celebrated his first test try, first kangaroo try tonight. Australia a penalty. Darren Britt, 5 metres away from the Kiwi line. Johns, Langer, Walters. He's been good tonight, Kevin. 10 metres out from the opposition line. Johns almost forgot that he was the dummy half as he scampered in. Jason Smith, confident. Langer, Walters, beating one. Setting up Lockyer, ball goes to ground, got it away. Oh, he's found a little knock on. Andrew John said, why not? Time is up. Referee Russell Smith now acknowledges that Australia has won the second test in the Visa Test Series. 30